What's up? Okay, so hi everybody. I know you see a new person on the screen. Actually, you're seeing first time probably seeing me on the screen myself because she forces me to do these things. So that being said, we're talking with my partner, Brittany,
Yes, partner.
with Creator Life because we had a discussion today about managing influencers and creators. And I was like, girl, you want to go live with me? And she was like, okay, girl, I'm down. And now here we are.
Yes, and I'm also about to be extra and have it streamed on here.
Let's go.
Just make sure things are good on the end.
All
Okay, so it
right.
looks like we're solid.
We're good.
Okay, from what I'm seeing on my phone, the quality actually look not all that great. For
Here, so
not for you, but for me.
let me see about changing a setting
Because I'm
on
like, am
here.
I blurry for you?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah. So I'm like, what is that about?
So do you need me to change the resolution on it?
No, because you're clear. Well, I know on the back end I can do. Well, if I change it on my end, does that change for you too? Because
Yeah, it
I
should increase it or change it for me, but you look good now all of a sudden.
yeah I did the 1080, but even then it still look a little crappy. Like if only you could see what I see on my end, it would look all super clear on my end, and then it looks crappy on the video. Okay, but we're gonna keep it going because we ain't got time. So let's get it.
Y'all just don't know the stuff we were doing behind the scenes as it is.
Right.
So, that being said, for those of you all who don't know who we are, I'm gonna do Brittany like she do me. Brittany, do you want to introduce yourself? Tell them who you are, what you do.
Oh, absolutely. So my name is Brittany. I also go by Dr. Fashion, and I am a full-time content creator here on YouTube and other social platforms. And I run an agency called Creator Life, and we manage influencers. We provide courses, resources, and more for entrepreneurs, content creators, and all types of people. And we also have content homes for people to utilize to create content and all that good stuff. So you can check us out online.
All right, boom, creatorlife.com. That's with a Y, L-Y-F-E
Exactly.
dot com. All right,
Dot
and for
com.
those of you all who don't know who I am Chandra Sharice. I'm an intuitive business strategist and spiritual life coach. We had to add that because people were getting confused. For entrepreneurs, creators, and influencers. And I co manage creators with Brittany, and I do a whole bunch of other stuff that people just don't ever find out until they work with me. Real talk.
Right.
That
That
being,
is true.
yeah, it is right. It's like, surprise, you used to be a stripper? Yes, girl, I changed my life. No, I'm just joking. Nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying that's what it seems like every time I say
Yes.
something. So we were having this conversation because having influencers reach out and want to work with us, and then trying to find quality people to work with, we find that there is a disparity in what they believe being an influencer or creator is and what it really means to be an influencer or creator.
Yes.
So man, it's like boom. This is not going to be a vent fest. However, it might have a little venting in it because we think that people need to have a better understanding so that when they approach us or we approach them, they know exactly where we're coming from.
Right.
And because of the space that we live in, and everybody wants to do everything so fast and so quick, or they grew their following fast, but they're not making any money from it. When we come to them as a business, acting as a business, they don't know how to act. They want us to come like your homegirl or something or whatever. But no tea, no shade. Let us be somebody else that doesn't look like us, and all of a sudden it's not a problem. They'll do anything we tell them to do. Just saying. So, Brittany, let's go. What is the number one thing that you believe you get asked about being in this space when they come asking for management that doesn't align with what you do?
That's a good question. Um, well, I guess it kind of goes back to the OF.
Yep.
because that's new. You
Yes.
know, I wasn't really thinking about that. But there's a lot of content creators that started on YouTube that are now on OF.
Yes.
So it's becoming a thing that is becoming normalized now. Like we see people, mamas on OF now, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Um, so the world that we live in with the digital space is allowing people to not look at others sideways if they are on, you know, OF.
Yes. That's true.
It's like a thing now, and now I'm starting to see people who either started on that platform or transitioned are now like the head of a lot of these companies now, like in the as a creative director.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yep.
So that I would say that's like one of the questions that I get asked that I don't usually do when it comes to managing. Not that I'm like against it or anything, but I typically work with creators who want to learn and grow their brand and take it to another level. Like a lot of the creators I work with have already built their platform, so we're not really starting from the ground up. The ground up
Yep.
is for my courses, right? If
Yep.
people want to learn about being a content creator, I suggest taking my courses or doing a consultation.
Yep.
But as far as working with me, you should already have some level of experience, and I'm just helping you to blossom.
Yep. So that area, our perspectives, we've discussed this, is sort of the same and different in the aspect that I see it as a business and I understand. But what we find though, when you and I are talking, that people on that platform get nervous to branch out on their own. And that is what I don't understand. I see that platform being good for marketing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Market and move them over, because just like any other platform like Etsy and so on, the percentage they take out, they could be pocketing that or paying it to somebody else, like their management team.
that's true. That's true when you think about it. I think when people actually see like a breakdown, then they'll start to understand it. But when it's just coming out of our mouth or somebody else's mouth, they just
Yep.
like, huh, yeah, all right.
Yeah, because they miss it. I mean, if life coaches and all of those people, right? If they're all creating memberships and platforms, why do
Right.
you think you can't do that for yourself?
True.
And I
That's
think that
very true.
changes the conversation when they come to you, because they're not doing it. They set what their standard is and what they will and won't do, versus feeling they have to appeal to whoever on that platform because of the amount of money they take out of what they do.
Facts.
So think about that, people. Y'all just got a free consultation. I need to stop doing that.
Free. Free 99.
For real. They need, and then people will go, well, it's because someone else manages and I don't want to have to do that. I just want to think. Well, you know what you do? Whoever you sign up as your hosting company, pay for that damn package where they manage the stuff on the back end.
Right.
So don't give me that. It's just easier, such and such and such, whatever. So you're a business, no matter if your legs are open or closed. Lord, this is going to go somebody say. You're a business, so you need to start operating as a business, and your ass needs to pay taxes. Okay, that's one.
Oh man, talk about taxes. They'd
All
be like, "What
right.
taxes? I didn't even know I had to file."
What
I'm
you
like, "Oh my god,
mean?
who raised you?"
You know, it's like, do you live here? Do you live here? And if you live somewhere else and you are a citizen here, they're still gonna get you for your papers. So
Yeah, that's true. That is
don't
very
play.
true.
The thing that I find is uh, not being able to separate, and I know that they go together, the emotional with the business. So what people don't realize, also, guys, we see these marketing agency people out there and they're all like, sales, sales, sales. We get your number, such and such and such, but they can't talk to you about who you are, what your brand is, what it is that you do. They're just pushing out ad campaigns and they call themselves influencer managers. That's not
Yeah.
it. Think of this as like the music industry or artist management moved over to talent, your talent. So that's a different type of management. And people get that
That's true.
misconstrued too. They're like, what do you mean? creator life, what is that? Do you so you gonna push us some ads? So you gonna what you gonna
The
do?
voice.
I know. It's so funny because she gets this on the phone, and when we're doing all the talking on, on social media, nobody sees that part. But right now, I'm like, man, cuff it. Let's go. You gonna get all this
Oh my
personality.
gosh.
So that's the other thing. So then they don't look at themselves that way, and with that, that means that we have to, and not have to. Brittany's lucky in the fact that she has me to deal with the crap that comes emotionally with the people. That's why you get the whole life coaching with that. And with
Right.
that comes your ability to listen and follow directions. If you're not going to listen or accept the guidance that I'm giving you and follow the directions, why are you wasting my breath, like my time? Y'all don't know
The
how old I
time
am. I
you
don't have
can't
that much
get
longer.
back.
Yeah, they don't know how old I am. They don't know how much longer I got here.
Girl.
To be repeating myself.
Yeah.
So I need you to be willing to do the work. It's not easy. And with being in a situation where you're always going to have somebody with an opinion because of the platform that you're on, there's always going to be somebody that has an opinion about you. There's always going to be somebody trying to do something. It's always going to be that way. And you have to be in an emotional space to deal with that. So then, whatever you have going on in your personal life, and we're working through it, and I'm like, yo, you can't move on because this is blocking you being able to do XYZ. I need for you to work on it. Don't look at me and tell me, I will. Oh, you guys are so right. I'm thinking about it. Because let me tell you right now, this girl right here, she's not going to deal with it. It's me. Okay. So you could, I think you'll understand me. No, don't do that to her. She got other things
You said
going
this
on.
girl right
This
here.
this girl right here, not doing that. So I'm gonna be the one dealing with that. That's why we have the confidentiality agreements and things that we have in place to make you feel comfortable, so that you can work through those things. Because people don't look at those things. And what team do you know has that going on? And if it's something
Right.
that I can't help you with, guaranteed we got somebody to refer you to in the medical profession to help you out. I'm not against counseling for you at all. I just know that sometimes you just need to do some work that's beyond what you see in front of you.
Facts. Okay.
All right. Moving on. It's like 2 tips, 3 tips. By the way, we didn't write Jack down. You getting this raw and unfiltered. Just so you know. Okay, so the next one is
Hmm.
people and calling themselves content creators or influencers, and they don't influence nor are they creating content on the regular. Go. But they come and want management. Let's go.
I think the issue is people not knowing the difference between the two. Because I actually had somebody on the audio app I was telling you about that we've been on, and she was just like, I've been doing this for quite some time, but I don't even know the difference. And I said, you're not the only one. It's a lot of people who don't even know the difference between those two terms. And so I had to explain it to her. I said, if you was to put a book out right now as you're talking to me, would they buy it? She said, honestly, I don't think so. She said maybe
Right.
a couple people. Then I said, well, that's your answer right there. How much influence do you really have? Because she said, I'm thinking I'm an influencer, but then a part of me, I'm like, I don't know. She said, can you help me? So I'm just like, well, if you don't have the power of influence with the audience that's currently following you, then you have no influence. You're just a content creator. That is the difference. Can you get people to take action to do something? When I had my launch party for my business, I got people to take flights. That's
Right.
influence. I got them to get off work. You left work to be at my space. Like that's
Yep.
mind blowing, but that's influence. So little stuff like that. And that's why brands work with me, even though I don't have like millions of followers. They know that I can make them millions of dollars.
Yep.
So I think more people need to start talking about the difference between the two because everybody's like, I'm an influencer. I'm an influencer. No, you're an influencer. You're an influencer.
They
I'm like,
are. They
y'all
do.
is not influencer. This word is just getting thrown around everywhere. Everybody's like influencer. No, you're a creator trying
Yep.
to be an influencer. There's levels to this.
There is.
Levels to it.
Yep.
It's a mess.
Pay attention, people, and it's a mess. Okay, so let me focus. The other thing for me is if you have another job, we don't have anything against that. Be honest that you have another job. We'll
Right.
work with you to figure out how to do your schedule and stuff. And we're about schedules. Schedules mean progress. Now, they may not be rigorous, but they're going to happen because we need to be able to show the proof in the pudding when pitching to brands or working with other people or
Yep.
developing your products. Also, be timely. Do not say, "Hey, I'm going to meet you at this time," and then don't show up or show up late. Let the walls had to fall out of your house for you to not be there. Okay. And that is because when we're meeting with people, you have to do that too. You and I can't even go. You don't go to your job, show up late and be like, "Well, I was late," but people do. You do. So
Yeah.
let me tell you, we don't give three strike rules here. You get one. You mess up one time, that's it.
We're done.
We're done. Because we can move on to someone else that really, really needs it
That
and
is
that's
true.
gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's another one. Timeliness, follow through. Girl, girl, you know what's funny? The fact that you can see my face when we talk on the phone, they don't even know the kind of faces I'm making, and y'all can see it. The follow through thing for me, I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't know what it is, but we have some grown A people in our age demographics that can't even do that. We get more follow through from the kids. Okay.
Girl, I'm just like, how do these grown folks not be able to follow directions, but the little kids, they be on it. And these are
Yes.
things that are important because most of the people who may come to us or need our assistance, their main goal is to be able to replace their 9 to 5 or
Yep.
allow this to be their 9 to 5 because they don't have a job at the moment. But when it comes to following through, communication, business, it seems like an issue. So I'm like, you too grown to not be communicating with people, especially when it has to do with your livelihood, because you want to make this a full-time job so you have a roof over your head, right?
That part.
And so it confuses me a lot, and I'm not sure what's in the water because it ain't good.
At all. At
I
all.
don't know.
What's the other one? Okay, so follow through. What's something else that I'm like, what's the deal? We do not do anything to be underhanded or to take away from you or to harm you. So we're not going to bring anything to you that's going to do that.
Right?
So let's be clear. You're frozen for me, Brittany. Are you frozen?
No. I have my phone here, and I don't.
I just took you off screen. I'm bringing you back to hopefully it'll do it.
Yeah, actually, I wasn't frozen.
So that's just me.
Yeah, because that my phone is here. That's why I had a little second hand, so I can make sure we good. You keep kicking me out,
I
man.
do because I didn't see you. I saw no. I saw talking swirly
Yeah,
magical
I'm like,
stuff.
you keep kicking me out, and I'm look.
Oh,
Then you
hi.
bring me back, and I'm like, wait, I was there.
But I couldn't see you on the back end. My bad, y'all.
It's
Forgive
cool.
me. But we won't do anything to harm you. We're not doing anything to hurt you. And I know many people that come have been hurt or screwed over. And what I find amazing is those people can tend to be shady themselves because they've been shaded. But that's
True.
not what we're here to do. So if I come and tell you something or ask you something and you think it's asinine and you like, what do you mean? Such and such. I told Brittany, you don't have to believe in what I believe in. You all see the title, you know what I do and what I'm not into. But what I'm not going to do is do anything that's going to hurt you or harm you. So if I come to you and say something crazy and like, hey, we need to do this, just be ready.
Right.
So it's not in my nature. Our nature is never to deceive anyone. That's part of the problem. We're oversharers and we share some finite details that maybe some of the times we shouldn't share with our clients, but we do it for transparency. And at times that can come back and bite us in the ass, to be honest, because we're just trying to make sure that you understand and you know better so that you can always do better. So,
Facts.
telling you right now, don't come over here if you're not ready to listen. And if we give you a
Okay.
chance, if you don't meet the qualifications that we set forth that are on that application, and we give you a chance, and you screw up that chance, oh, it's going down. Do you hear me? I just want to make sure we're clear. All right,
Going
because
down.
down, because we want great people to work with, where it doesn't become just something that you do because it's an obligation. It becomes something that you do because you feel like we're a family and we grow together as one.
Yep,
We have to like you to work with you.
that is
Just
true.
telling you.
And that's why we have our meetings prior to any contracts being signed, because we need to know that, for one, that the energy is good for all of us. If one moment, if there's something off, it's just like, but also that you understand where we are coming from in our business and how we um, plan to help you accelerate your growth in life, not just on social media. We're really working with people to take it beyond social media. So that's the other part too. But we don't invest in anybody who's not ready to go all in. That's one
Right.
thing I could say. Like, if you're not ready to work, don't work with us, because we are not here to babysit anybody that's grown. She got her own child. I got
Right.
myself. I got my little siblings. Those my little kids, little siblings.
Yes.
But we're not here to babysit at all, at all. And the crazy part is, it be people wanting to be babysat where they got babies. I be confused.
Yes.
That's a whole nother- I be thinking about it. I'm like, what in the
Me
world?
too. Would you tell your
But
kids that?
yeah,
And yep. Brittany, you frozen for me again.
like that.
I hear your voice now, but I don't. You have a great smiley face on here. You're back.
Okay, because I was looking, I was like, it froze.
Yes, okay, so it froze for you, but I did not kick you out this time, so you cannot be hating on me
You
because I
didn't
didn't.
kick me out.
No, I let you be.
You let me be great.
Yes,
Okay. But no, that was like the main thing, is that we're not here to babysit any adults. We're just here to work with people who are ready to work.
that's it. Don't come and say you're ready and then be faking the fun. We've had that done before, and I'm
Yeah.
trying not to be teed out. I'm about to give y'all wine, coffee, and a little bit of whiskey on the side. Not only did they do that, they then took everything we said that we wanted them to do and had milestones for them to do that they complained they couldn't get done, and then started doing it.
Mm.
And you don't know the disgust that runs because of that. And that's just showing that when we say something will happen, it does happen, because now they're doing better than they ever thought they could because of the limitations that they set for themselves. And they got the information they needed in order to do it. So listen, when you come over here, be ready to work. We don't do anything for free. So everything has something attached to it. So I'm going to say that.
Yep.
And you may not always have to pay us up front, but we are going to get paid. This is not the free 99. And unlike other managements in like music where your manager invests all this money into you and then hopes for a return, no, boo. The investment of time and negotiation and contacts is the investment in you. Everything else is all you. So let's make sure that's clear.
Yes.
And I think that's about it. Because I mean, what other two black women you know with a resume in various industries and the desire to help people have connected to make this happen? I'll wait. Yeah, that's my other thing. I don't think we're taken serious because of who we are.
I believe so, which is sad though.
Yep.
Very sad.
So it's almost like you just have to watch and find out, huh?
Yep.
Well, thank you, Brittany.
But we gonna shake stuff up in the industry. I hope y'all ready.
I
And then by
know.
the time people are ready to work, Like we already get people that come to us, but when people are ready to work, then we get people who was playing before the price done went up.
Yep. You better get in while these percentages are all right.
Okay.
Because they're all right now. But when we start saying yesterday's price is not today's price, don't be complaining.
Exactly. But yeah, that pretty much sums that up. I think we're on all platforms right now, so we're jumping to IG.
Yep. We're going
Let
to go to IG.
go.
All right. Thank y'all for joining. I hope you
Yeah.
take heed.
And
And
make sure you
then,
subscribe
yep. Right. So you can
and
get some
comment.
more. You're so funny. Yeah, if I don't do the call to action, my executive producer upstairs is going to tell me I didn't say something.
Right.
Subscribe, comment. You can send in questions. Uh, Matter of fact, you could do it on any platform, but you can reach me at life@myname.com. That's what I'm going to say. Or you could just head on over to the website. And of course, get that book, trademark your shit. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Peace.